Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 46 of Task Force Unlikely, Unresolved. So, last time, we joined Tarbek in Dwarf Heaven, which is called Dwarf Home, where he met the Dwarven God of the Dead, whose name is Doomathune, Dwarven God of the Dead, and briefly celebrated with his family, Clan Cinderbeard, in their hall, their eternal mead hall. Before learning some unsettling things about members of his family and why his son's soul is trapped on the fire plane. Meanwhile, on the Primaterial plane, the rest of Task Force Unlikely avenged Tarbek's death by killing the leader of the Red Wizards, Zolkir Zaz Tam, and discorporating his body back to Thay, leaving behind 2 artifacts of Vecna. They then resurrected Tarbek, where in Dwarfhome, Moradin blessed Tarbek's hammer and sent him back to the Primaterial plane.
That was Moradin.
That was Moradin. The foreman is Moradin, yes.
Yeah, no, wow. Kind of a big fan.
He knows. That's why you're there. Some stuff happened with Sassy and Classy that we will pick up in a later Sassy and Classy episode. It's fine. The world's currently not ending. It's just about to all the time now.
Keep your politics out of my D&D. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
And we actually talked about that a little bit on Monday with the World of Darkness, how they just triggered all of their apocalypses at once. And boy, doesn't that sound familiar. So, we'll pick up back in the home of Task Force Unlikely, and I'll let you all take it away over if you'd like to discuss anything or just drop into a plan of action. What would you all like to do? Where's my ball?
Is it the next day?
It's the next day, so you all have had a long rest. Tarbek's fully healed. Everybody's fully, although I think Tarbek was the only one who actually took damage. Everybody's spell slots are back. Everyone's well rested.
Tarbek took all damage.
And he survived. So, sort of. In a manner of speaking.
Survived with a slight delay.
Staying dead in this party is probably a bit of a difficult thing. Of the 4 of us, 3 of us know Revivify, and 2 of us know Raise Dead.
Yeah. So, the first thing Tarbek's gonna do when he wakes up... Question. Does scrying, and this is half for the DM, half for Jay, because I know that they are probably aware of this. Does scrying alert the target you are scrying for?
No.
I would like to cast scrying on... What is this douchebag's name? Albari Huais. Or Whitelock.
Okay, let me look at scrying. Because...
if they are not on the same plane of existence, I'm not even sure that I can cast the spell.
You can't. They also get to make a whiz save with a couple modifiers to it.
Yeah.
One is how well you know them, and also if you have something physical or tangible from them, you have a better chance of succeeding.
Did I get anything from them from that dream? I forget.
No.
Darn. Sorry, what were you going to say, Liz?
No, I was going to say, you sort of know them. But
I
it doesn't matter.
have met them.
Oh, you have, that is true, you have met them, so it would be, you have first-hand experience with them.
Yeah, so it's not as if I'm making this a penalty.
Right, but you don't get any bonuses to it, and you indeed have to be on the same plane as them.
Yeah, so if I'm not on the same plane, I don't even think I can cast to begin with.
No, the spell will just fail. If they can... Okay, I will say, if they can see invisible things, they will be able to see the sensor. Let me see what a Freedy can do. I don't think they have true sight. I gave dark vision, and that's it. Let's see. Yeah.
All right.
So you'd have to go to the fire plane first, which you all can do rather easily, but...
Oh, so he's in the fire plane. All right.
Presumably.
All right, Tarbek hasn't told the rest of the party yet.
No, he is not. So...
No.
Tarbek's gonna... Okay, so, Tarbek's gonna wake up early and make breakfast, and he's sort of gonna put together, like, he's gonna lay out, like, a whole spread of, you know, sausage and pancakes and all this stuff. But you can tell very clearly that there's, like, because all of the table seatings are kind of arranged on one side of the table, and then there's one on the other side for Tarbek. And all of the other stuff, like the vases and whatnot, have been cleared off the dining table. So if you go down there, you can tell, and Tarbek is already sitting, like, at the head of the table, kind of, he's waiting patiently.
I imagine Kaw shuffles in first, still partially asleep, just looks around, goes, chances aren't good, and just does the one thing Tarbek didn't do, which is start making coffee.
I wonder if, like, caffeine has the effect on dwarves that alcohol has on everyone else.
Oh, you think it'd be a downer?
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. But yeah, Tarbek is kind of... He very clearly needs to talk about something with the rest of the party.
Very well come downstairs, take one look at the spread and be like, oh, fuck. And just sit down without touching anything.
It's the
She's
mom
like
and dad
staring directly at Tarbek with
Yeah.
her arms folded across her chest, like, all right, here with the bad news.
We're waiting for everyone to get here first.
Jay made me do it.
Yep.
There's not... It's out of my hands. My tiny skeleton hands.
Where is Gayle at the moment?
Oh. Gayle will probably just come down around, like, 8 or 9 o'clock. And, just shuffle in and be like, oh. There's something afoot, huh?
Signs point to yes.
So, as you all know, I recently had a very near-death experience, and by near-death experience, I mean I did die, and then I came back, so we're good on that front. No issues there with the resurrection or whatever, but I did learn something rather unfortunate. It turns out that the current scion of Clan Cinderbeard made a pact with an Efreet, promising all the firstborn children of Clan Cinderbeard their souls in the afterlife.
Kaw's just gonna make the sound of him slurping soup again. Like, God damn it.
And that would include my son.
She's gonna look at Navira's gonna look at Gayle and she's really like, we should have killed him.
Yeah, we should
Signs
have.
point to yes.
Go around killing off clan scions. That's not how dwarven life works.
May not be how dwarven life works, but it's how my life works.
Okay, well, you
Yeah.
have lived a very different and very violent childhood, Navira. No offense.
Not
but-
just childhood.
Okay.
I mean, Tarbek, 80% of your plans have us brutally murdering things.
Without a doubt.
She's got a point.
This might fall into that 20%.
Cannot predict now.
I don't see it. Yeah.
You mentioned it a freak. Do we have to kill them?
Look, I can't fix this problem unless I bring back proof to Clan Cinderbeard. And I think the best way to do that would be to capture the Ifrit.
Capture it.
Or we could murder him and take all his stuff.
That is also an option.
As I see it, yes.
The adventurer's way.
If we would
long,
just
proud
get like a
adventuring
recorded confession.
What?
And
I
then we
don't
kill
see...
him.
Look, aside from Lady Kaw, I don't see anything here that can play back a confession word for word perfectly.
Exactly. We have Lady Kaw.
Oh, that's... you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it...
She's literally
Lord
a walking
Architect
voice
of
recorder.
Florum's Tarbek Cinderbeard.
That would work. That would work.
Also, if he made a contract, then he should have an extra copy of it lying around. Or at least have the original one. So we can just take that, and then we'll have proof.
If it's a written contract, yes. We'll have to find a way to actually get the physical contract.
We go to his house, we murder him, and we take his stuff.
Alright, so we're back on that again.
I'm losing it, but Navira is sitting there trying not to lose it.
So I see where you're going with this, Gayle. And I will admit, that is something we are very good at. Just wondering if it's the safest or best course of option in this particular situation.
And then we go to your great-grandfather's house, murder him,
We're not...
grab the contract.
Can't do that. It's not gonna look good on me if we go and murder my great-grandpa.
I mean,
Cannot predict now.
Kinslaying is very much a crime for dwarves, like pretty much the biggest one, the biggest of the crimes. Of all the crimes, kinslaying is the worst.
Signs point to yes.
I mean, he's doomed his kin to being held hostage by this
Okay,
Ifrit
so
for eternity.
kinslaying is the second worst.
Well, right now it's perceived as the worst, but once they find out what this motherfucker did, then it'll be the second worst.
You're right about that.
Soup slurping noise again.
Yeah, so Tarbek has like a whiteboard out at this point. He's like jotting down ideas. And so far the biggest one out there is go to his house, kill him, take all his stuff. And then there's a little picture of Gayle next to it.
It's a little thumbs up icon.
It's the same as the emotion, the emoticon in the Discord.
Just the Gayle emote.
If
If you're watching and you want to see that emote, hey, you can get us some more emote slots if you'd like, subscribe and stuff.
yeah, I feel like we should just realize that.
Plug.
Click a button.
Plug.
Yeah,
You get one free with your Amazon Prime subscription you probably have.
Prime Gaming or whatever they're calling it.
Oh,
these
yeah,
days.
Amazon owns every company now. It's okay.
all you
well,
Prime
unless they own
gamers
Disney.
out there.
It's fine.
So, I feel like we had 40 other things on this list of things we needed to do. Is there anything that takes priority over this? Aside from hiding the bits of Vecna.
Oh, that thing.
Hey, we could kill two birds with one stone, hide the bits of Vagna in the fire plane.
Got a point.
Navira, can I get a history check, please?
Oh, fuck me. I'm really not good at this!
Can Tarbek make a history check?
This is
Oh,
a Navira-specific check.
14.
14?
It's not
Okay.
bad.
You would know that on the fire plane, and in specifically the city of Brass, there are a lot of devils.
Oh, fuck me.
They go
Neat.
there. It's kind of a neutral ground for devils. They go there for soldiers and shock troopers and to make deals with Afridi, salamanders, and the other denzians of the fire plane. Dragons and such.
Cool. Yeah, and so presumably if I were to go there, someone would try to cut off my head.
Not necessarily that. You have successfully hidden before, just that maybe leaving the parts of Vecna there would expose them to lots of devils. Yeah.
Cool. And she's
Not
like, you
good
know
company.
what? No, maybe not. Never mind. Scrap that.
Yeah.
I think we should give them to the Order of the Gauntlet.
That would look good.
I mean, that's just like a 10-minute walk down the street.
That
Much
was
easier than the fire plane.
look. Half of it is they'll be secure, and half of it is they won't be our problem.
I like things
feel
not
like
being a
that.
problem.
Yeah.
Reply hazy, try again.
So, anyone object to that course of action?
My reply is no.
I'm good.
Okay. Tarbek checks that off the list on the whiteboard. Next order of business. Anyone have anything else? It's been a while. I admit my memory's not that great. I did die and then come back. Out of character, this is a good opportunity to review where we are in the story. Because I'm starting to forget.
Yeah, to be fair, I've never been good at remembering.
We may or may not have to track down that lich we killed last episode and finally murder him.
Right. He's all the way in Thay, though, and I don't want to go to Thay.
And I don't wanna. So I think check off that.
It'll be like a pursuer villain in a horror movie where we just keep moving across the country. Then we wait for the catch up, and then we hop on a plane and we get to the other side.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Phylactery.
Exactly.
Like,
He'll never catch up. Just as long as we keep moving.
And then Jason put Heelys on and the whole game changed.
Okay, but Zastam and Heelys is a look.
Get him the Heelys to skate away from his feelies.
Just trying to skate down cobblestone. Like,
Why are you doing this? You can fly.
it's like the really...
It's real rad.
It's like the really realistic, like, oh, I got this. Just give me a second, I got this. Down, like, rough cobblestone, but it's Zastam.
it's got a hat on backwards.
Also, the last time he flew, I did knock his ass out of the sky.
That
So.
was really funny.
Yes.
Of course, if he's on the ground, that means I can stone shape him and stuff.
That's why I wanted to knock his ass out of the sky.
I appreciated that very much.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh no!
Hold, please. Yep.
I'm alive.
Okay, good.
Discord
That
hates...
wasn't what we were questioning, but
Yes.
Discord hates discussions. Discord hates Tarbek giving Lady Kaw a gold star for her efforts in knocking Zastam out of the sky.
This happens literally every time I'm on a call now. I don't know why. I don't know how.
Discord hates Texas.
Don't worry, it's not like
I
anyone's
don't
been...
even think it's an internet thing. I think it's literally just the program being like, okay, bye.
I wouldn't worry about it. It's not like anyone is like needing to use voice communication or video communication right now in the world.
I'm sure Discord decided to do a background update or something stupid. Okay.
So, to review, we're gonna go give these bits to the Order of the Gauntlet.
Okay, one.
Then, we're gonna go to the fire plane. And after that, if there's time... Only if there's time... We have to Oh no, wait. I guess before that we have to kind of blow the lid off this whole pact thing. And then after that, if there's time, then we try and hunt down a lich.
If there's time. Like, this goes on as long as you guys want. You all want. Like, there'll always be time.
None of us have jobs.
This is our job. This is essentially a board meeting.
Yeah, we technically own a business that we operate out of this house.
I mean,
the only one who actually doesn't have another means of employment is Navira.
She's just here for a good time.
Yeah. She's the Thor of the group. Just kind of hang around the mansion.
Also, like, low-key, by far one of the most powerful members of the group.
Yeah.
She'll fuck up who you need her to fuck up.
It's true. 81 damage.
Exactly.
We need to update that overlay.
Vecna bits. Fire plane. Confront Dad. Zaztam.
Hopefully in that order. All right, everyone everyone want to take a to-go back of the dinner or the breakfast, or how do you want to?
Navira at this point has started eating. Like once this whole thing has been revealed and we've got onto the whole.
Yep.
Yeah. After the board meeting is over, let's just enjoy our continental breakfast. The heart of Vecna's just in a jar at the end of the table.
Yeah, it's over there with Zastam's
I
tongue.
put it in the bag of holding.
It's just floating in the astral plane then.
You might want to use gloves to handle those.
Yeah, or a mage hand.
I have a mage hand.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're the only one with mage hand in the party, right?
I think so.
I think so. Just imagining pulling out just a desiccated heart out of a bag.
Calm down, Mary Shelley.
I mean, Kaw's currently walking around with a little jar that has a pickled tongue inside of it, so...
No.
But lots of bubbles. It's fermenting.
Even if he ever gets it back, all he'll ever taste for the rest of his non-life are pickles.
So salty. What kind of brine did you use? Okay. So, you go down to the Order of the Gauntlet. The religious organization / knightly order in the city of Waterdeep and the Sword Coast. So you enter. It's once again kind of an... Sorry. My phone's blowing up. It's once again kind of an open layout. There's some offices, a bunch of priests and paladins kind of practicing spells, battle techniques, and such. What would you like to do? And is there anyone in particular you would like to give this to?
Who was the highest ranking member we associated with while we were here?
That we knew of was Father Imdar, I think.
Father Imdar.
Like to go to Father Imdar?
Okay, yep. So you go into his office. He is looking a lot better than the last time you saw him. The last time you saw him, you'd pretty much just freed him from the Changeling's prison, and then he proceeded to join you in a battle. So he was not looking great. He's looking a lot better. Colors all returned to his cheeks. He's filling out his armor a lot better. And yet he's sitting behind his desk, filling out some paperwork, and he looks up and he says, "How are you now?"
Ask again later.
Oh.
Got some stuff going on.
Adventuring. I understand. It gets complicated. Please come in.
Yes. Absolutely.
So, question. Where do you put the dangerous evil artifacts that you have to keep out of the wrong hands? And then, follow-up question. What's like the next stage above that?
Well, we have a vault under the headquarters here. There is
Do you
some...
have a vault inside the vault?
What do you have?
Gayle?
Me. Gayle, like, cast her mage hand and, like, drop it into the bag of holding.
Okay. And is there a particular one you want to pull out first?
Oh, what did we
Really
get?
long pair of tongs.
You
The
have
hand and the heart.
you have the
Hand
the
and
eye
heart.
the eye and the heart.
The eye and the heart.
The eye and the heart.
I'll pull out the heart.
Just long, awkward silence.
That's not all.
He'll say, "What? Where did you get these?"
So, remember yesterday when all those red wizards and undead attacked the city?
Yes, yeah, they terrible. We attempted to fight our way out. We got to the castle ward before everything stopped.
Yeah, well, we were fighting Zastam and beat his ass badly.
Real badly.
Not that badly.
Okay.
And he had these.
Yeah. Ta-da!
I was just gonna put the tongue jar on the table too.
Oh, we got his tongue, too.
All right.
Is that the tongue of Vecna, or
No, that's just
Oh, that's Astam's tongue.
just
Kaw thought it.
Astam's tongue? Cool.
Kaw thought it would be funny.
It's pretty funny.
Listen, I head slammed that motherfucker so hard, I feel like I earned the right to say his name.
I somehow heard that from the upper planes. I don't know how.
Father Imdark reaches onto his desk. He picks up a little silver raven figurine, and he taps it against his desk. It comes to life. He whispers something into it and releases it. It flies past you all, and he says, "And you would entrust it to us to protect?"
Well, the thing is, he knows if anyone has it that we have it. So if we don't have it, that's a positive to begin with.
Yes.
Second of all, I like the idea of it being in an underground vault. I'm in favor of that.
For aesthetic reasons.
Have you considered volcano real estate?
Fits my brand. Oh, pardon me. After as you continue to talk, and he's kind of fleshing out some of the details, Lady Ushin Stormbanner walks in, politely opens the door. She has been told to not kick open doors anymore. Politely opens the door, walks in, nods at all of you, her sight lingering on Navira briefly, and walks to behind the desk with Imdar, and he asks you all if they could have a moment alone.
Without a doubt.
Do what you gotta do, I guess.
Okay. They don't talk very long before
I would say Gayle will listen at the door.
Okay. Can I get a perception or investigation check? Just mage hand cupping the door so you can hear better.
Yeah. So, investigation?
Sure.
That's a 17.
Okay. They aren't whispering, and Ushin is notoriously not a quiet person. So basically, Imdar explains the situation. Ushin's like, well, what are you going to do? And he says, we're going to lock it in a vault, but we need, basically ever-present guards for it. Ushin kind of says, like, well, the last time I did that, it went poorly. To which Father Imdar says, yes, and you need to atone for it. So, basically, she's going to be put in charge of watching this thing as some sort of penance.
Ooh.
For not doing it right the first time.
It's
punishment.
Not for not doing it right, because she will have more backup this time. But a little bit for not doing it right.
Now do it better.
Just put a pin in that for now.
You can also hear.
You
You can interrupt if you want. I mean, you could say
no.
no.
I was just gonna say it's like, yeah, because like we still have time to like go to the fire plane and drop these things into a volcano. Just saying.
Given that it's a fire plane, and I'm sure there are things that live in volcanoes.
I do.
Have you considered
like-
volcano real estate?
I don't know if dropping them in lava is gonna do much.
I don't know how
doubtful.
much it's gonna be in a vault underground with the same person who messed up the first time guarding it.
She didn't mess up guarding this the first time, to be fair. She messed up guarding some prisoners.
This is probably easier to guard.
It's trying to break out less.
The issue
Yeah, but I
is
imagine that these artifacts are more highly sought after than a couple of prisoners.
that advantage is that nobody knows they're here.
Yes. So based on context, so she lost some prisoners to. They belonged to 4 different cults, and people knew they were there. Like, that wasn't well hidden. The adventurers who kept arresting them announced that they were arresting people, and like wasn't exactly well hidden. They had a very loud cleric with them. It's okay. Marty in chat is defending Ushin's Storm Banner.
As I would expect him to.
Yes.
No, it's not the time to stand, Marty.
It's always the time to stand.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of upset I haven't seen her block any falling debris with the shield yet today. So.
Now
Drop
Marty's
some bits.
Yeah, now Marty's mad at me.
Well, they brought giants. Well, okay, that changes things a little bit. I can forgive that. Look, I think it's our best bet. The fact is, nobody knows they're here.
And if everybody ever does find out, this is a lot more defensible than a volcano.
Well... Okay, I see your point.
Okay. I just don't want to come back here in a month and be like, oh, by the way, there was a bit of a breakout and a lot of people are dead.
Yeah, because if
Again.
these 3 artifacts are ever united, then... idea. What if we just put one of the artifacts here?
You technically have only shown him Oh no, did you show him the eye? I can't remember.
No, I showed him the heart.
You showed him the heart. I mean, you could just say we just got the one of them. Oh, we were wrong. Only picked up one.
Or we put the other one.
I think maybe we should put the other one somewhere else, because we have to keep these artifacts separate, right?
Yeah.
Kaw has ideas.
Kaw.
And I suggest we
They
do
aren't
something
pleasant
like the order-
ideas.
like the Order of the Gauntlet, where it's kept in a safe place with people we trust, but also not directly endangering us.
The
More.
problem is
Ryan,
Andy
people
knows
we
what
care
these
about.
ideas are because we talked about it.
What about the
can
what
do
about
whatever you want.
Gauntlgrim?
You see, if someone ever comes after these artifacts, Gauntlgrim seems like it would be one of the first places they'd look, and that put, your people at risk.
It-
Also, recently something was stolen from Gauntlgrim, and
Yeah, that's
you
true.
Had, you had to investigate that.
We could just keep it with us.
I mean, we should probably, if we are going to hide them somewhere else, we should do it in a place that has no ties to us. Like the Order of the Gauntlet, that's where we all joined up together. Any Gauntlgrim, like any dwarven city, is where, because Tarbek's has family there or whatever. It has to be a place where none of us really have any idea where it would be, and we just throw it somewhere.
I know one place, but it doesn't seem like the best idea. How's that sheep guy doing?
How's
Think we can trust?
Birch?
Gonna
Give it a
leave
bird.
one of the Vecna
Birch.
artifacts.
Oh, you
Birch,
mean
the-
slum?
Slum, yes, I
Okay.
mean slum. Jeez.
I was like, wait a minute.
Slumman
Birch,
priest.
who has direct
Slumman
ties to
high
Shemekia.
priest.
Slum
Slum
High
and
Pope.
Good idea.
Yeah.
We're not giving it to Slummer Birch. I don't think that's a good idea.
Also, no soup. We're not giving an artifact of Vecna to Shemeshka. No.
God no, Jesus.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's how you make this worse.
The whole idea is to never talk to Shemeshka again.
Ideally.
How about we just keep it on us for now, and we'll decide what to do with it later.
I feel like that's a good way to attract a couple of heat-seeking missiles, but we take.
We're gonna be in the fire plane. You know how hard it is to do heat seeking there.
It was a metaphor, Tarbek.
You're a metaphor.
Yeah, I am. You better believe it.
It's the
Okay.
best thing I've ever said in a campaign.
So, you would like to leave the Heart of Vecna with the Order of the Gauntlets. And
Aye.
keep the eye with you for now, possibly doing something with it at a later date. Okay.
Any objections?
It's the best pain we got for now.
Okay. After a brief time,
I'm not looking at chat. What's going on?
Liz and Soup are coming
Liz
up with
is
some
making
great ideas.
suggestions.
Like just like shoving her cover and not tell her it's
Yeah,
there.
Liz is saying, just put it in Shemeska's house
Like-
and don't tell her.
If you want to try to make that stealth check, then it's you who would have to do it.
Yeah, with your +3 stealth, that'll work.
Plus
Yeah.
And constant advantage, but still.
Okay. After a time, Lady Ushin walks out, nods at all of you, and walks down the hall, presumably to her room. Father Imdar welcomes you back in, and says that arrangements have been made to properly secure the artifact, if that is what you would wish.
Signs point to yes.
Yeah, and he will he will take out his own bag of holding, and
Real long tongs.
yeah, he doesn't have mage hand. He's a cleric, so he would either like you to do it, Gayle, or he can take out big tongs. And
Tarbek will give him a pair of smithing tongs.
okay, just
He
Does
has
he have,
extras.
get a Tupperware?
yeah, sometimes just burp the Tupperware and it'll be great.
Just don't make sure nobody touches it with their bare hands.
He nods and he says, "Of course."
That's about it.
He says, "Okay. Well, hopefully next time we meet, it won't be under such circumstances."
Ach, aye.
Yeah, let's just meet up for tea sometime.
Absolutely.
That sounds a lot better. If we're
Nice
talking
point
about
to
it.
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We will put it on the schedule.
Good luck.
Ach, aye.
Just kind of staring at the bag of holding, like fuck.
No, I get you,
Yeah.
but I don't know where we're gonna
Yes.
put it. So
Oh, no, he's not mad at you. He's just fuck. Just
no, absolutely. I completely
Of
understand.
all of the things he expected to happen today, adventurers to walk in and plop the heart of Vecna onto his desk was not on the list.
yeah.
Literally on his desk.
Beware when TFU shows up on your doorstep, because when they do, they come with responsibility.
Responsibility that they don't want.
Mr.
Hey, we still got one of the other artifacts, so just because we're outsourcing a little bit of our own does not mean that we still don't have a lot to deal with.
All right. Finger guns. Walk away.
To the fire plane.
Gale's been rubbing off on Tarbek, I see.
A little bit.
Okay.
All right. So what do we need to do before we go to the fire plane?
Become fireproof.
Yeah, that.
You guys have rings of fire resistance, correct?
Yes.
Fire resistance and fireproof are two different things. Because of all of us, how many of us have been to an elemental plane before?
So,
Can't
question.
went to the nice one too.
It's true.
The one that's easy to live on.
Question for the DM.
Of course.
Would Tarbek know what it takes to survive on the fire plane? I'm assuming he has been there at least briefly once before.
So, basically, if you go to the City of Brass, fire resistance will be fine. If you go anywhere else, you're kind of screwed. You need probably a ship. Like they say, they make big airships that are fireproof, basically. They're kind of like flying submarines.
Well, we can probably afford that.
Yeah, the problem is you pretty much have to go to the City of Brass to buy one, just because they don't really sell them here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you were going to the City of Brass, which is, the biggest city on the fire plane, and one of the biggest extraplanar cities, or planar cities, fire resistance will do you well.
I have a question.
It's not the most pleasant, but you'll be fine. Yes.
Do the Cinderbeard clan also have a stronghold on the fire plane? Like the Azer half of the Cinderbeard clan?
Certainly, yes. That, way, 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 way back in the past, your great 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 grandsire, his family would still have a presence of some kind on the fire plane.
Wonderful.
Time to go and meet all of those cousins that I technically know exist but have never really interacted with except for maybe like once at a big family gathering.
Tarbek is... Does Kaw say that in Tarbek's
No, that
voice?
is... You know what? Yes. I don't know when Kaw heard Tarbek say that, but we'll say yes.
Probably more than once, actually. Ach, aye.
While they're like on their way to where they're going, Navira's gonna like talk to Tarbek, and she's like, "Hey, so you wouldn't happen to know of like any way to like right now our plan is to like kill some other fuckers, which I'm, you know, down with 100% always, but like even if we do kill either the Ifrit or your great grandfather,
Not doing.
does
the
that
second
actually?
one.
It's a possibility. Does that actually like break the contract? Would it still be in place? Are people in your family still gonna get trapped in the fire plane? How does that not be a thing anymore?
My understanding is once the genie or once the Ifrit is destroyed, the contract is no longer valid. That's how it was explained to me, at least.
That's what he was told in heaven. Yes.
Alright, so it seems that Gale's plan to kill him and take all his stuff holds some water. But if you want to find some way to disgrace your great-grandfather so that he is no longer the head of your family, then I'm also down for that.
I would like to do that very much.
Alright.
Why
He needs
not
to pay for his
both?
crimes.
Why not both?
Yeah.
He will face justice, Tarbek. We'll make sure of that.
I hope so.
Okie doke. There are several ways you could get to the fire plane. You can simply use your Burke skull. You have a portal key to the fire plane. You could go talk to the fire newts in the Underdark. They would certainly be so happy to go to the fire plane with you.
They would be overjoyed, I'm sure.
All hail!
Yeah. Or you could return to Clan Cinderbeard. They may have a way to the fire plane. The easiest is obviously you tap the Burke skull. The downside is you don't know where you will end up. You just know you'll go to the fire plane.
Is there any way we can become completely fireproof? I think our best bet might actually be the fire newts. Because they will, I'm sure they'll take us to the city of Brass, right?
If you ask them to, they probably will, yeah.
That they will. Like, in that regard, they are our best bet to get specifically to the city of Brass.
They are approximately as fire resistant as we are, so they probably don't want to go to some random part of the plane either.
No, fire newts are completely fireproof.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Alright then. Oh boy. They're gonna do their weird cult thing. Makes me so uncomfortable. Feels so heretical.
Sorry, I was trying to see if there's...
hail!
Yeah, a quick, easy way to get... There's a 3D chain, something that would... You'd never... Even with all your money, would be very hard to buy 4 of. Yeah, that's about it.
Tarbek can get to level 18, I think. At which point he becomes completely fireproof. Yeah.
You can also try and find a red dragon mask, but that's also very rare.
Somewhat easier to
When
get
will
than
red
the
dragons
Ifrit,
ever show up?
Please don't let any red dragons show up.
It's water deep. They have a magic force field. Dragons, no dragoning field.
Yeah, but we also spend a good amount of our time outside of Waterdeep, and I don't want any red dragons there either.
Okay. So you make, once again, the long trek to the Underdark. And meet up with the fire newts, who... All hail! The Firebeard has returned!
Firebeard!
All hail short burns!
The Firebeard! The sword of the Firebeard! The voice of the Firebeard! The friend of the Firebeard! You have returned!
Oh boy.
Right, God.
And we are ready to head to the City of Brass.
One of them just straight up faints. Like, Firebeard, you plan to return us to the land of Imix? You will lead us there? Please, we would be honored if you would say a word in his holy flames.
Woo, Imix, yeah!
Slum's mind damn blown.
Just one of them is openly weeping, just so succinct and joyful.
Yeah, he'll say that. He'll say "woo Imix yeah," but in primordial.
Just tears. Just they're so happy.
Woo.
They pilot their lava boat past the city of Kuzorlin, past the Obsidian Citadel, to this small landing that has 5 obsidian pillars, roughly shaped like a star, and a disconnected. Hold on a second.
What?
OBS is saying I disconnected.
From what?
The internet, I guess. What the hell?
No, we're saying we're live right now.
Yeah, we're live.
We're not live. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no.
Okay. What? Hold, please. Okay,
It's the most plot-dense episode we've ever done.
We're back. Twitch. Don't worry about it. Okay, so you're all on the lava boat. Although now I can't. Okay, I can't easily look at how long we've been going, which I always hate. But okay, I have to look at a clock now. It's a minor inconvenience. Andy, shut up. You're all on the lava boat. You go past it. There's 5 obsidian obelisks. Obsidian inlaid circle with runes in it that appear faintly, kind of to almost invisible unless you touch them. And the fire newts raise their hands and say, "All hail! We return to the land of Imix." Just kind of a hush. A hush spreads over them. And they turn to Tarbek and they say, "Our dear prophet, you lead us now."
To the City of Brass.
Okay, so you... let's see, fire needs. Fire needs can breathe water? Okay.
I guess they have to if they want to breathe lava.
Oh, maybe.
Water, lava, same thing.
Yeah.
Guava, you know.
Oh, they live in hot water. That's why. Okay, well, whatever. They live in hot springs or volcanoes. Okay. The fire newts circle you. You pull out your little portal key, which is a tuning fork tuned to a certain frequency made of a specific metal. And if you tap it on the ground, the runes turn bright red, and then almost as if they are kind of bubbling up with lava, a red kind of beam of light starts emanating from the circle, and the fire newts look at you expectantly.
Onward! Tyra kind of look back to the rest of the group and start and say in common, "I don't know."
Navira's just like the whole time just said I have this giant smirk on her face, just enjoying the hell out of this.
Am priest now. Am high priest. Am pope.
He's already a high priest. I'm a high priest of these guys.
Okay, perfect. So, do you want to wait for the fire needs to walk through, or do you want to walk through first?
I'll walk through first, I guess.
Okay, perfect.
You take 400 points of fire damage.
You're dead.
Again.
Now, you walk
Whoops.
into... If my stupid map of the city of Brass would load. Here we go. Okay. You walk into an enormous city. The heat... You indeed feel heat pouring off of you. It is unpleasant, but not unbearable. It's a dry heat. It makes it so much better. People tell you. It's still like 115. But you all have fire resistance, so again, it's not murder. A sprawling city, tall buildings with kind of walkways above you, bustling. You can see Afridi, Dragonborn, Tieflings, Azers, Fire Newts, Salamanders, like the monster salamanders, which are big, kind of fiery lizard people with salamander tails. Like big snake tails, essentially. They look nothing like real salamanders. I don't know why they're called that. Hellhounds, fire giants, devils. All walking about, and you seem to be in essentially like an airport. Like you beam in, and there's immediately like a bunch of people walking out of portals. There's a bunch of signs that say like, stand left, walk right. If like on these moving conveyor belts. A little tram service is walking around.
Is it like primordial, and then in slightly smaller text under it is common?
Yeah, it's actually a couple different languages. It's like primordial, draconic, infernal, common, big sign that says welcome in 5 different languages.
It really is an airport.
And yeah, the city of Brass is rumored to be the oldest city in the multiverse. Whether or not that is true or propaganda is unclear. But it certainly feels like it. It's very modern, kind of, and old at the same time.
Either way, this is the second biggest city Kaw's ever been to.
It's
second biggest city everyone's ever been to at that point, actually, because we've all been to Sigil.
Yes, even if briefly, and you didn't go outside for very long or ever.
Good.
But yeah, this city is like it dwarfs Waterdeep. No pun intended, Tarbek. Okay. Yeah.
Do we have to go through customs or?
It seems like people are just kind of dispersing after this. It seems like beyond this wall there's a marketplace, and there's a couple signs pointing in different directions. There's a sign towards the Charcoal Palace. It seems to imply that you were in a place called Pyraculum, and then signs to places called Cinder Sweeps, the Foundry, the Arches, the Char, and Marlgate.
Do I recognize any of these place names?
Well,
beyond like third grade social studies textbook level.
Let's see. Well, Pyraculum is where the market is. The Charcoal Palace is obviously the palace, where the Sultan lives. You know you're supposed to avoid the arches. You're not quite sure why, but you remember that you're supposed to avoid the arches. And
Let's go to the arches, guys. I have a good feeling about this.
My sources say no.
And that the foundry is a residential area, so your family might be there, but that's kind of what you remember about those places real fast.
The foundry, residential, the arches, don't go there, frowny face. Alright. What do you think we need to do first?
I guess find the guy who's keeping your family prisoner.
Well, you see, though, do we just scry for him, or should we, like... I guess we can scry for him.
We are on the same plane of existence now.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we are, if he's on the...
Yep.
Bye, Mira.
Unfortunately, Mira is not on the same plane of existence.
Damn it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too long. Okay, let's see. Just... There we go.
Are you back on the material plane?
Yeah, I blink out of existence and wake back up in Waterdeep.
Oh no.
Like, well, I'm gonna take it out.
It's possible
So I'm gonna get some bagel bites and
to diagnose a computer program with narcolepsy. Because I think that's what your Discord has going on for it.
It's honestly, it happens at least twice during an hour-long call, during like a 2-hour-long call. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some investigating once this call is over.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, what would you all like to do?
Kaw, do you mind if I borrow...
You don't know where Kaw got a fan, but Kaw has a fan and is just...
do you mind if I borrow your crystal ball?
Gonna just tilt her head at you. Pull out a mirror, which has never been a crystal ball,
Sorry, mirror.
and hand it to you.
It's a figurative crystal ball. Okay.
Just kind of like, do you know how to work this thing? I've never seen you do this before.
Come on. I have the same spells you do for the most part.
It is decidedly so.
I'm gonna cast Scrying.
Red die. Oh, I do have a red die. What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is... Actually, you know what? It's been a week since I last used my Divine Favor, right? Before I do this...
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. Sure. Although, I mean, arguably, Horde and helping you be resurrected might have been a Divine Favor. But yeah, you can try if you'd like.
Hey, Moradin. Buddy. Look.
I know we just had a good discussion.
I need one more solid from you. Just want to make sure I have the proper D100-ness. I need the proper 10s dice and the proper 1s dice, otherwise I'll get super confused. Okay, I got him. D100. Nope! The number you've reached is not currently available. Please speak now, forever hold your peace. I got an 88.
Just say a prayer and all you hear is a dial tone noise.
Basically.
What's your spell save DC?
For the scrying?
Yeah.
My spell save DC for the scrying is... I think it was... I apologize. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
What's your spell save DC? I got the rest of it.
I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think it would be... Why am I... 17. It's 17.
17? Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say, should be Under spells. Very top.
Yes, no, I found it. I apologize. It is 17.
The Afridi will succeed on its saving throw.
Damn it. Got nothing.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think it's a very good idea to go around just asking the name of an Afridi.
Well, we need to go to somewhere we can trust. Thankfully, I have relatives here who will hopefully be able to help us.
Cannot predict now.
But we have
Outlook
kind
good.
of we have a blood pact. I think some of them kind of take this seriously. Is there like a directory where we could look them up? It's like an information desk, a phone book. Probably made of rocks, so it doesn't burst into flame. A phone tablet.
Was thinking etched sheets of metal, but
no. I'm gonna say no. But you're near a city marketplace, and those are usually good places to find information. Yeah, Navira is right, though, that you maybe don't want to be like, hey, where's this very specific person? Unless you're willing to bribe said contact.
I mean, I am willing to bribe said contact, but that's aside.
You have enough money for it.
We do have enough money for it. If there is an... I guess would this be a good time to, like... I don't know, do we want to break and meet up back here in a bit, or see what we can find, or stick together?
I think in a large unfamiliar plane in which an Afridi has a vested interest in keeping his contract, we should probably stick together.
I probably
Yeah.
have an idea.
Okay.
I
I love how much mileage we've gotten out of just Andy having to play Tarbek for one episode and only saying two things. It's great.
I've really enjoyed saying I a bunch.
Oh, hi.
I can't even do it as good as you guys. I think Tarbek's lost a bit of his accent over time.
Yeah.
All that time in Waterdeep.
The only reason I did that is because I can't do a Scottish accent. And also, I try and keep... If I am playing a character, I try not to say a lot.
I guarantee if whatever this is, it is not Scottish.
Oh, I cannot approximate your dwarven accent, then. Let me rephrase that. Okay.
It was Scottish at one point, and then kind of just dissolved.
It just
But
went
yeah.
underground.
I say we look in an Azer-heavy portion of the marketplace,
Okay.
or residential district, and see what we can find there.
I was scrolling through my notes, and I was like, why did none of these make sense? Because they're from last week. Here we go. Here are my notes. Okay. Okay. So you walk out into the marketplace, and as you're walking, you enter a little square, and there's a couple businesses here. There is a what appears to be like a barbecue joint called the Big Grill.
Very original name.
Well, if you go there, you'll find out why it does not have a very good name. There's the Pyramid of Spice.
The grill is actually tiny.
Yeah.
Pyramid of Spice.
Pyramid of Spice, which is
I hope those two places work together.
a spice shop.
I feel like it makes a lot of sense.
There is a store called Shackles, Shackles, Shackles! Exclamation point.
I don't like the sound of this store.
And another place in this square called Clockwork Creations.
Maybe we could do that after this. That seems like a fun place.
Yeah, can we just at one point go to somewhere and do touristy stuff instead of like having to save souls and nations and
I'm
Realm.
adding the marketplace because this just looks like a fun day.
Hey, you could have gone to Drawn World like 5 episodes ago.
This is the Fire Plains Drawn World, okay? And I kind of wish we could just hang out here.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do that right now.
You guys want to take a detour? No, Tarbek doesn't say that. He would never say that, given what's happening.
In the very middle of very heavy plot-related points, we're going to have a fun filler episode.
Sure, why not? We need to wait for the manga to catch up anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lava Beach episode.
you can do both. You can get information from any of these places, or try.
Like, I would like. I mean, which are the? Are there different dialects of Ignan, of the Fire Plane language?
What do you? No.
Which is there any dialect that is most Azer-like, or is that not a thing?
Not really. No, it's pretty.
Okay.
It's pretty universal.
I guess we just go one by one. Want to go to the grill place first?
Yes. Sure.
It's been a while since breakfast. Let's get some grub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Kaw has
Welcome
another
to-
plan, but like that actually sounds good to her because it has been a while since breakfast.
Welcome to Task Force Unlikely, where we eat 3 square meals a day.
It's important.
It's like,
we always get 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Who's the character in Ocean's 11 who every time he shows up he's eating?
Oh, I know. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. But adventurers,
us.
adventurers march on their stomachs.
Exactly. Although Tarbek, when he's deciding where they should eat, it's like he's kind of like, do we go to the grill or the spice place? They're next to each other. They have to have some kind of deal or something.
Yeah, the spice place doesn't look like someplace you'd buy like prepared food. It does look like literally a place where you buy spices. So if you want prepared food, definitely go to the grill.
Just kinda look
Combination
back
grill and spice pyramid.
seems like very smart. I really just want to give Andy credit for putting the two places next to each other because I
That was
like
very
that.
good.
Okay, let's see how they're not very okay. So, you walk. Pardon me. You walk into the grill, and there's it's fairly crowded. That filled me with slight terror, just for COVID reasons. Okay, it's a crowded restaurant. So, yeah,
Now that you mention
It's
it,
very real anxiety
Yeah.
for us.
I can't. I watch TV shows sometimes, and I'm like, you can't be that close together. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Show's 5 years old, Andy.
Everyone stand within 10 feet of Navira. She's given us the extra on disease saves.
There you go. So it's a big, and they're like really long tables, kind of cafeteria style. And there is indeed a giant grill in the middle of this restaurant that a bunch of magma mephits are kind of fluttering all over. And they seem to be preparing the food and just laying on the grilling spots to heat it up. And they're kind of getting up and like preparing the food and then like laying back down. And a little gross goopy magma mephit kind of flutters its crappy little wings up to you and says, "You eat, you sit. Big grill."
Yes.
signs point to yes.
This is the greatest place I've ever been.
Okay. And pulls out a couple of metal tablet menus and kind of just flutters to an open foretop, flops the menus down and says, "Raise hand when ready. Be back. Get you complimentary breadsticks."
I wait for the metal tablet to stop burning into the
It's-
table because
it's-
it was just being held by a lava method.
It's really hot. Like, clearly they're not that smart.
Tarbek is wearing gauntlets, thankfully, so...
Gail cast her mage hand again and just looks like
Okay,
holding
there
it
you
up.
go. Yeah, because if you
We
pick
are
it up,
holding it.
it's like trying to touch the steering wheel on a hot day. You're like, oh god. Okay, yeah, it's basically a barbecue place. Like, some of the meat, you're like, I don't know if I want like giant primordial bug meat. Like, some of it seems a little weird. But there's, like, boar, or, there's pork and hell cows. Or underdark cows. I can't remember what they're called, but they have a name.
I feel like Tarbek is, like, kind of like, oh, I used to eat this all the time as a kid, guys. And it's, like, gross, just disgusting primordial bug meat. It's just like Mom used to make.
Absolutely.
There's like dire chickens and looking around it, there's all sorts are here. Just like outside, it's pretty diverse. You can see there is a couple of fire giants in the corner. Devils, dragonborn. So the Mephit comes back, and he's got a little wire basket full of grilled bread, which is the best way to have bread.
I feel like it's bread when it comes here, but in a couple minutes it's going to be toast.
But he drops it on the table and says, "Get you drinks? Served piping hot."
Oh.
Yes, sounds good. You take gold here, I'm assuming?
Yes. We on gold standard.
Very helpful.
What you want drink?
Refreshing
hot cola?
Oh.
Navira gags a little.
Boil milk?
Oh no, keep going. How are you going to top boiled milk?
Hot flavorless water? Hot water with leaves in. Hot water with brown dirt. You think that one might be coffee? You think that one might be coffee?
Do you have anything
It's
lukewarm?
just like coffee grounds on top of hot water.
Yeah, you gotta mix it real fast.
Oh lord.
That's kind of how you make Turkish coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna say that kind of just sounds like you're starting to make Turkish coffee.
But you gotta really, Turkish coffee requires a lot of attention. Like, you gotta keep stirring until it's good. Do you have anything lukewarm? Kind of looks at you, Tarbek, and the Magma Mephit says, "We would never serve inferior product." Piping hot.
Kaw's already imagining the tall glass of ice water she's gonna have when she gets home.
Bloody Mary, piping hot.
Yes.
Andy, you're just trying to make us nauseous now.
Yes, definitely.
That's just alcoholic soup, you think?
Yeah, just bring me a bowl of tomato soup with booze in it.
Okay. Me, get good tip.
Tarbek kind of wants to order a milkshake and see what they bring him.
At that point, you're getting hot chocolate.
That actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Tarbek will order a hot chocolate.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring you hot chocolate. Yeah, they have not gross drinks too. proper warm beverages.
The apple cider.
Yeah, mulled apple cider. Delicious.
Ooh, that sounds good, actually. I'll take one of those too.
Okay. Brings back a mulled apple cider, a boiling hot Bloody Mary, and 2 hot chocolates.
Who ordered the boiling hot Bloody Mary?
Kaw did. Because it sounds dumb, but that's a thing I would try once.
And yeah, it's alcoholic soup, basically. There's a thing of celery in it, and...
That's already most of an average Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
It's just 90% already tomato soup.
Is Bloody Mary just like a meal in a glass?
Depending on how you make it, yeah.
I mean, it's for hangovers. It's hair of the dog with some sodium to get your electrolytes back up and stuff.
The only drink I know of that requires a stick of bacon if you want to make it the best way possible, so...
Alright, so everyone is just enjoying their meal.
You can order food. Yeah.
So, realize this is probably not what we all had planned today. I apologize for springing that on you at such short notice.
Tarbek, we've been through weirder.
Yes.
I was hoping you would say that.
This
Absolutely.
was, for us, par for the course.
I was honestly counting on that.
I'm just glad we get to eat this time, because we've been in situations where we haven't.
No, look, the one upside to this, not as much dungeon delving. We're in a nice, populated area with a restaurant that serves pretty good hot chocolate.
Pretty good.
Kaw's still low-key thaumaturging her drink until it's not boiling.
Once it gets coolish, it is good. It's just...
It just came to the table hot.
Yeah. It's just...
How do they
Usually
grill
it's the
their
opposite.
drinks?
No, you can see in the back there is just a particularly rotund, chubby, cute little magma mephit who lays on its back, and another mephit just puts mugs on its stomach.
Oh.
And he kind of like, and like kind of breathes out, and it warms up the beverages, and there's like a little beverage station.
It's adorable, but also very weird. I like this place a lot, actually.
Leave review on Planer, please. Say you like Big Girl.
Definitely. I'm gonna order the, big bug meat and chicken combo or whatever.
Yeah, you get the combo platter.
Yeah. Family size.
They bring a piping hot thing of coleslaw to the table. That's for the group.
Grossed out again.
Andy,
Hot coleslaw.
stop! This is worse than when you killed Tarbek.
And then actual
Yeah,
good.
because at least with Tarbek we knew how to fix it. This is just bad.
And then actual good food that's warm, like mac and cheese, and like kind of barbecue kind of sides of things. Mac and cheese. I actually had for lunch today. I had grilled potato salad, which was delicious. So they'll bring that, and it is warm, and it's delicious. They're just smashed potatoes. Like they're very good. Yeah, a bunch of sides. I'll no longer gross anybody out, and then
They serve like little Jello cups, but they're just so hot they're liquid.
Just liquid. It's just drinking hot green juice.
So it's Kool-Aid.
It's just Kool-Aid.
Yeah, but hot Kool-Aid.
Oh, that's gross. That got me. Everything else is fine. Hot coleslaw.
You can't play chicken with Mira like that. Eventually, she'll get you.
Oh, you think this is Kool-Aid? No, this is Warm-Aid.
Oh no. Okay. That's the after dinner drink.
It's one of our stronger episodes for sure.
Yeah, wrap it up. That's the end of the campaign.
It's kind of sweet. I mean, other than the unresolved stuff, eating dinner at this nice family restaurant.
Truly cursed food at this family restaurant.
It's not totally cursed. It's like blurst. That is, I think, the best way to describe this restaurant.
I'm legitimately crying. Oh my god.
Your magma mephit, which you notice he has a little name tag that says Kurt. Kurt will come back and ask if you would like to see a dessert menu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. comes
Not
back.
necessarily going to order it. I just want to see what they have on it.
I am with you on that.
They have warmed cream.
No.
Kind of a cheesecake reduction, they call it. Apple pie. That would probably actually be good.
We got lava cake.
Lava cake. Indeed. Pumpkin pie, which is an abomination served warm. That's how my grandmother served it, and no one liked it.
Tarbek is going to reread the lava cake to make sure it's not actually made of lava.
There are 2 different kinds of lava cake on the menu, so you do have to be careful. There's chocolate lava cake and lava cake.
Who's eating the lava cake?
You look over and there's a salamander who it's clearly their birthday. They have a little hat on, and they're clapping as a molten hot little dish. It has 2 sparklers in it that are just slowly melting into it, and he's kind of clapping as they sing some copyright-free happy birthday song.
You know what?
Happy birthday is public domain now.
Yeah, happy birthday is finally public domain, but
Tarbek. When they do that annoying restaurant thing, Tarbek will sing along in Primordial.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday for all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so you can party too.
Happy birthday.
Oh, that's Primordial, by the way. That's why every normal person, when they hear it, goes slightly more mad.
Okay. So, that's the Big Grill. I'm so glad you all went.
One of your better locations, Andy. I don't even care that we didn't get any information.
Well, you didn't ask anybody. Yeah, you could ask.
While we're sitting there and eating, because Kaw probably is just Kaw, she's listening.
Sure.
Whether she's attempting to or not, to at least 3 different conversations going around us.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see what kind of rumors and such you're picking up.
Tarbek will listen as well.
Okay. So, between courses, you're listening. You hear people talk about the Grand Sultan, whose name is Marak al-Sadan al-Harik Ben Lizan, Lord of Flame.
So short form, or
that is the shortest form. He has
Sultan.
He has 8 more titles.
Benny Lizzo. Got it.
Yes. And you also hear someone say, no one seems to be bad-mouthing him, because at some point you will overhear, if you say his name, he knows it, and he knows what you said about him. So don't talk bad about the guy in charge.
Noted.
There's that. You can hear some rumors that there has been an influx of devils lately. They seem to be dealing with some sort of destabilization of one of the layers of hell.
I wonder what that could be.
Yeah. They also
A little bit further.
they also say they haven't seen too many red dragons lately, and that's a little weird. It's like uptick of devils, downtick of red dragons. That's weird.
That one's not our fault.
Yeah. Well, it's not all your fault. The Dragonborn seem unaffected. Somebody's like, oh, I'm still here. We're not talking about you, Craig.
Craig.
Yeah, that one kind of is our fault, isn't it?
Let's see. You can hear some Afridi doing business, and they say they after this they would like to return to his palace in the Foundry. So that might be a lead on where Afridi live. Typically, the Foundry. Let's see. That's kind of what you're... Oh, and the arches... Tarbek, you overhear something and you're like, that's why I'm not supposed to go there. That's where the slave market is. Because that's totally legal here.
I knew it was too good to be true. All right.
And that's what you get from eavesdropping. If you would like to engage anyone on the topic, any of the kind of conversations around you, let me know. But...
Yet.
Okay.
See what we do next.
Tarbek will say a little bit too loudly, "No, I hear those are free. They can get you like anything you want if you know how to bargain with them, right?" Like he'll say that a little bit too loudly.
Yeah, and there's that one businessman who's eating lunch alone, and it's a little sad. Kind of puts down his broadsheet, folds it, and kind of leans forward as you're eating your dessert, if you ordered any, and says,
Hot fudge sundae.
Hot fudge sundae. It's just a puddle.
Okay.
But it's still hot, and it's still fudge.
Yep. Delicious. Which is also how my grandmother ate ice cream. She didn't like cold things, it turned out. The Afridi leans forward and says, you buying or selling?
Depends who's asking.
Kind of gets up from his bench, says, "May I join you?"
Tarbek's gonna look at the rest of the group.
Signs point to yes.
Sure.
Okay. He sits down, and he says, "You buying or selling?"
Look, I have been in the market for a new apprentice. And back where I'm from, obviously, this whole kind of slavery business is not quite so legal. And I heard a rumor that one of the... This is a crazy rumor. It sounds completely ridiculous. Stop me if it's just a rumor. I'm talking out of my ass. I've heard that there is someone here who has essentially enslaved an entire family of dwarven smiths.
First of all, I love that this is Tarbek's move, because he's done this more than once now.
Yes. This is Tarbek's second time to pretend to buy a slave.
Oh my god, it is.
He kind of squints at you a little bit, like, where'd you hear a rumor like that?
Look, when you're an Azer-blooded dwarf, things run in the same circles, and eventually these things they come back to you.
He looks at the rest of the group and says, and they're cool with it?
We would just stare intently back.
You don't want to mess with that one. She's
Is it hot in here?
Yes, definitely.
He says, no, I don't think they're for sale. He's got him working on something.
Oh, so you know him?
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Was his name Whitney or Albert?
No, oh boy, yeah, it's tip of my tongue.
Albion.
Alberry. Yeah.
Alberry.
Yeah. Class of '64, and by that I mean the year '64. Real son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's you. I don't think he's getting rid. Like, it's very specific and slightly odd that you asked about that. You could
Tarbek
try.
is gonna Tarbek is gonna slip him under the table 100 gold pieces.
Okay. Pleasure.
I never asked about anyone.
Okay. Just kind of.
But hypothetically, where would I be able to find this guy?
Well, hypothetically, I'm not too sure. And he kind of weighs the gold. Like, wow, this feels awfully light.
Another 100 gold pieces.
And hypothetically, he is in the foundry.
I think I have another 50 in my pocket. If you could be more specific.
He says
Another intent stare from Navira.
How about you just pick up my tab? He says the foundry. I heard close to the Sea of Fire. He needs it for something.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure doing business with you. Azer Blood stands up, points at Kurt. They got my dinner. I gotta.
Yeah, we'll pay for the dinner.
Yeah, he didn't accept your fee, so he mark off 200 gold, but and you'll pay for his dinner, which is not. It's not very expensive.
Okay.
You ordered the most expensive thing on the menu. We now get to wash dishes in the fire plane.
Oh boy. I don't know. Tarbek has
so hot.
10,000 gold pieces on him, so
Very expensive.
Alexa,
wow.
shut up. Stop it.
What?
Sorry. My Alexa started talking for some reason. No. Shut up.
Alexa wants to play D&D.
Apparently, I just unplugged her. Okay.
Alexa, roll for initiative.
She'll win. Is the problem. Maybe that's a good reason to not have that over here. I used to have it somewhere else in the room. Okay. So is there anything else you'd like to do in the big grill or the marketplace?
I think it's best to pay our tab and then compliments to the chef. How many gold pieces would you say this is?
Your meal plus his plus drinks, it's like 5 gold.
Cool. Paid.
You say your compliments to the chef. A magma mephit with a little, kind of pizza box man chef hat and a little magma mustache. Gives you a chef's kiss and waves.
I like this restaurant. They should
It's the
franchise.
perfect place. They really should.
Yeah. You'll have to come back with a business opportunity for them.
You interested in volcano real estate?
I say business opportunities. I think we're the wrong version of TFU for that.
Actually. I don't know if they want to open up a place in Glorum.
Okay.
I don't mention that. I can't give any information that would identify me.
Yeah. So, okay. So, would you like to do anything else in the marketplace? Try and get any more information? Or do you want to just head to the foundry? Now, while that is helpful, it's the foundry and it's the Sea of Fire, that's still several miles to check out and explore. So, if you'd like to get more information, specificity never hurt anybody. Otherwise, you're all very good at finding things.
So, what Kaw is going to do is, instead of trying to scry for the Afridi, he's going to pull Tarbek over and try and scry on his son.
I feel like Tarbek would probably have a much easier time scrying for his own son.
Does Tarbek have the spell slots for it?
Yes, Tarbek has one more 5th level spell slot.
Creature. So yeah, you can do that.
I mean, I don't know if he's alive, but I guess
He's still
technically
a
creature.
creature because he would be, if he's not alive, he's undead. That's why I wanted to check. I wanted to make sure it didn't specify living or something. But no, it just says creature, and he is a creature. He's just a spirit. Okay, so Kaw can do it. She would. She's heard of the target, and you could give her a picture of him, or
the thing is, if Tarbek would get like the maximum bonus.
He would.
He would.
But you're using your second, 5th level spell slot.
That is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Okay.
Most of my attack spells are fire spells, anyways.
Oh, fair.
Not very helpful.
Okay.
Good thing we have a nice wand of fire, but wait.
It's okay, my hammer does extra fire. Oh.
Okay.
We did not come prepared.
Tarbek, you're familiar with the target, so it's a -5 to the save. You have a likeness, so that's a -2. Do you have a possession or garment of his?
I'm his dad.
I'll say yes. I'll say you have some memento. I'm not going to say you have a body part, because that's weird.
That'd be a little weird. Also, that's like specifically if I did have a body part, I could just revive him.
Yeah.
Well,
it depends on if his soul is willing, and it seems like it is trapped here. Okay. So he got on his save. Let me do some math.
if he knows it's me, like, well, I guess he wouldn't have any way of knowing it's me.
He got a -13 because I rolled a 1.
Okay, see.
Pretty sure it worked.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see.
Tarbek's not ready for this emotionally, by the way.
So you can
No, I don't think any of us are.
You can
Kaw
see
certainly isn't.
the silhouette of your son. He does not quite appear as he did when he was living, mostly because he's glowing red, as if he is a kind of like a specter made of fire. But you can still recognize him. He seems to be working on something. He is smithing. Seems to be working on something very big. Would you like to look at anything else in the area?
Yes.
Okay. So scanning the room, you see he is not alone working on this thing. And I'll describe what the thing is in a second. But there are similarly red spirits, these kind of fire specters. But not just dwarves or Azers. It's elves, gnomes, warforged even. Humans, other dwarves that you don't recognize, not from your clan. All kind of working on this thing. You can also hear the voice that you have heard before, the voice of the dwarf you knew as Whitlock. It has a much more sinister edge, whereas when you met him, he was kind of like weird and chill, which in retrospect he was essentially trying to like undermine your grief, kind of. He's a real bastard. You hear him talking to someone in Giant. And kind of, if you turn the sensor a little bit to look, he seems to be talking to a fire giant woman who's just covered like head to toe in clearly jewelry she has made, and she's not very good at it. But if you then kind of pan out a little bit with the sensor, you can see the thing they are working on is a giant suit of armor. Almost like a mech.
Oh.
Do we spy any gantries?
Yeah, there's a couple gantries, for sure.
Okay.
And from this, can I discern the location of the place that they are all being held?
Now, if someone was asking if you can target a location with this spell, I think that might have been Marty. You can. It's the last sentence of it for some reason. It's not up in the beginning where it should be. Always, I think that's usually what Jeremy Crawford says. If you have a question of the spell, always make sure you read to the last sentence. Okay, so can you
find path still a thing?
I think it is. I think it's a range.
6th level spell.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that might be a ranger spell, but at 6th level, it's not. Okay.
Damn it.
Can you exactly determine where it is? No, but you can see that it is indeed facing the Sea of Fire, and you can see enough from context that you think once you get to the foundry, you could narrow it down to like a 10-block radius. Okay. So instead of, walking literally 5 miles through, you could, it's 10 blocks. That wouldn't take you that long to search, especially not this route.
It says I can move the scry thing.
So
it moves with the target.
It moves with the target, but I'm kind of letting you pivot it around, yeah. So you couldn't use it to find your way to yourself, if that's...
No.
Yeah.
I'll watch for a while, partially because seeing my son is kind of a bittersweet. I mean, obviously I don't want to see him in this condition.
Right.
And partially I'm trying to suss out any other context clues I can by, watching my son be enslaved. That's a good experience for Tarbek.
Can I get a perception check from you?
Sure. Oh, thank goodness. That is a 23.
Okay. Do you speak giant? Son of a beat. We're just about done, too. Okay, hold please. Okay, there we go.
I do not speak...
You don't speak giant? Okay.
I speak primordial, dwarvish, undercommon, and common.
Okay. So and what was your perception check again?
23.
23, okay. So you don't hear the clue, one of the clues, but, well, you hear it, you just don't understand it. But you do see, kind of looking, you hear it first, and then you kind of pivot the sensor again a little bit to see, there is one of the ships I mentioned earlier. Pulls up outside on the Sea of Fire. So if you go to the foundry now and look for ships along the kind of mooring, you might be able to narrow the location down even quicker. And it's it looks like a submarine, basically.
So it's a submarine near the Lake of Fire?
Yeah, it's on the Sea of Fire. So first of all, I cannot say this highly enough. No one go into the Sea of Fire.
We're not going to go into the Sea of Fire.
That's a very bad idea.
Okay.
Not even, stick a toe in it?
No, I wouldn't.
Don't come in, the fire is bad.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but I would not. Okay. And we will pick up there next time. Going to.
Can I just say one last thing?
Of course.
You can see Tarbek as he kind of leaves his scrying sort of state.
Oh, he's immediately getting the biggest hug.
He's kind of just staring at the mirror, and he's shaking a little bit. And then he's just going to start crying. And
immediately biggest hug.
I figured. Okay, now we can end it.
Okay.
I had to make everyone sad.
Okay. Outros and plugs. Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan. I like to make everyone sad. I talked a lot this episode. Wow, I apologize if you do not like the sound of my voice. You can find me at LightningFast11 on Twitter. It's in the... There.
It's right there.
That's it.
Okay.
Oh, vote. Please. If you're American. Or if you're not American, I guess, vote when your election happens. I don't know.
Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. I will second voting and washing your hands and wearing your mask because we're still in a pandemic. I also say, look, I found this book. I didn't know it was coming out. This is the same lady who did Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. And it's apparently very good. And it's like really trippy and very puzzly. So hopefully I'm going to read it soon and be super happy.
Awesome. Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I'm going to also say vote. I don't have a fancy sticker because mail-in ballot, but I dropped off my ballot this morning. So, if you are in a position to vote, please do so.
Please. In Mira.
Hi. I also second voting. I voted in my first presidential election last Wednesday. I did get a sticker. It's on the other side of the room now. So, super easy. Do your research because the presidents aren't the only people who are on the ballots.
Correct.
If you want to follow me, I do art on Instagram at Birds and Nerds. I don't do it very often, but when I do, hoo boy.
It's real good.
It's something.
It's super good.
Wear your mask, please.
Please.
I'm begging you.
Fucking please. I echo what everyone says. I dropped off my ballot yesterday. I have my voted sticker is over there somewhere. And it was super easy. It was in the parking lot of a YMCA, which I did think was a little weird. But I'm not sure I didn't throw my ballot into a dumpster. I didn't. There was a person there. Please vote if you can early. If you can't vote in person, it is your right, and you should be allowed to vote. And if someone tries to stop you, that's you should tell someone because it's terrible.
Unconstitutional.
It's unconstitutional. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. There is still a pandemic going on, and now it's flu season. Everyone, please be careful. I know it's hard. I know, as the president said, you're all sick of it. That doesn't mean it's not real. So please...
Doesn't mean you can't get sick.
And doesn't mean you can't get sick, and you don't have the fancy steroids he does, or the medicine for the stocks he owns. Despite that he says he'll get it for you for free. How can he do that? Do you know the president? You don't. That's it. Be kind. Don't be racist. We love you. And
oh yeah, Black Lives Still Matter.
Black Lives Still Matter.
Don't let me forget that one.
Come back in 2 weeks for this.
Sad times with TFU.
Some more sad times, but maybe some vengeance with TFU.
We'll also probably do something dumb and laugh at some point because
there will be goofs.
There will be sad goofs. But there will be goofs.
And then next week, Andy and Marty Make a Friend are back for more World of Darkness stuff, and we might actually build a character on stream. But we'll still be talking about it, possibly the new World of Darkness, all that jazz. It was a bunch of fun, the first episode. If you didn't watch it, check it out, and join us again then. And Wednesday is Star Chasers, and they're going on a pilgrimage that they tried to cheat their way through, and I told them not to do that. So, have a great night, everybody.